and and that, you know, that was the whole. He just took stuff from that footage to make a little miniature video for every song. Most of them are just loops, you know. Most places people make me feel so good, you know. People are really warm, and, you know, the New York show and the Toronto show and the LA shows, they were all really a lot of fun, and I just couldn't ask for a better reception from the people who were there, you know. It makes me feel, you know, so proud to be alive, and so proud that I've spent the last few years the way I have and dedicated myself to making myself a better musician the way I have. It really, it makes it also worth it when I go up on stage and make people happy. In New York, and I'm, you know, being a big fan of his music, especially the album Nearly God. I was real excited to meet him. When he realized who he was, he started telling me that I was the greatest guitarist in the world, and that he had just been saying to his friend that I was the best guitarist in the world, and that he would love to work with me. And I said, I would love to work with you. You know. So he came out and we recorded the stuff. He would say, like, you know, I'm really doing this just for pleasure, you know. He's like, normally I work with people and it's business, you know. With this, I feel like it's pleasure. And then, like, it's so obvious that it was business, you know. I mean, I don't work with people for business. It's been my experience that you can make a certain kind of music when you collaborate with somebody, and when you think of them as an equal to yourself. You know, I would be in the studio with Tricky, and me and Flea would be playing something good, and Tricky would be just like, I'll turn this off. I've got better stuff than this. All right, but, you know, this stuff, we could turn that into something good, you know. It might not be as good as your other stuff now, but maybe we can turn it into something good. And be like, listen, I know what I want, you know. So, it's just like, I think me and Flea and Tricky would have been capable of doing stuff much better than what we did, you know. About a month before I joined the Chili Peppers this last time, Perry and Steven and a few Yes Men were recording you know, Perry, what was supposed to be Perry's album, and so I went over there and I played on it. Again, it was one of those, it kind of made me feel similar to how the Tricky thing made me feel, only I was less confident in myself as a musician at the time, so I think it hurt me a little more, when I went over there to work with Perry, and I played the best I could play, but I had some other guy jumping on, the second there was any moment for any creativity, this other guy would just sort of jump out. Oh no, something needs to be written. I'll take care of it. And I guess at a certain point he had Tom Morello add more guitar on the song, and then what there is on the record, I really don't hear myself playing at all. Perry's, he's another person who just telling everybody what to do all the time, and doesn't really let the magic happen, because he's always telling you what to do. I don't want to just be in a band with somebody telling me what to do, If I'm going to play music with people, I want people who know what to do. I don't want to tell people what to do, I want to... And we're real happy about the stuff that we've got. We've got great, it'll be my favorite album. For sure. My skill has gotten better as a guitar player between the last album and now, as I've gotten much more into chords. A lot of my playing on the new stuff has more dense kind of chords that it's less obvious what's going on. I hear a bigger energy in this stuff than is on Californication. There's more, some of it's more rock and roll, because there's also the 50s music is sort of has been inspiring me a lot in the last few months. I'm really happy about finding new ways of expressing these feelings, I like it when each note really means something, and I don't like it when it's the group of notes that means something. I just feel like it's my sort of responsibility to play things where each note means something. The bottom of the ocean, I threw a bird at the sky, or someone told me that you better close your eyes, and I said, don't you wonder sometimes why I paddle through the clouds in my oversized canoe, but I'm always on your side. Can you feel it? My love flowing out my sides. You've been asked to fly. It's an expression of freedom, not an expression of fascism.